is strictly prohibited. CVM Sports Issa Schoolboy Football is brought to you by KFC, Ping Pong, Catch, Water, Pringles, True Shake, Powerade, Burt's Auto Parts.
Yeah, we're here at Culture Works, the second staging.
Forward for the next staging of Skyline Levels Culture Works this Friday, 7 p.m.
The rebels them in town.
I'm here right now at Skyline with Culture Works.
More works, positive, hopeful. Skyline Levels, I hit man, season 2, Culture Works.
Every day we're going in circles.
Yeah, Culture Works.
Culture Works. It's like Culture Works started off a year, a great work for me.
Culture Work, yeah man, it's been a great journey.
Blessed love, we're at the Skyline Levels at Culture Works.
We're here again on a season 2, so I hope that you and your friend them come, right?
CVM Sports Issa Schoolboy Football is brought to you by KFC, Ping Pong, Catch, Water, Pringles, True Shake, Powerade, Burt's Auto Parts.
To the game. Ask them, yeah?
About champions versus champions here today at the Stadium East Field. It is the Olivia Shield, 2 schools, the winners of the Manning Cup, Excelsior High versus the winners of the DaCosta Cup, St. Elizabeth Technical, all putting it here on the field to see who can walk away with the All-Ireland trophy. Now this one is more than football, this is the moment. 2 schools rich in football history, all fighting for glory, and it's only 90 minutes that will prove who is the champion. As usual, I get to talk to both coaches at the head of the helm. Let's hear what they have to say. And I'm joined by the head coach of the Manning Cup champions, Excelsior High, Keon Broderick. On Tuesday, Principal Brumfield spoke with the students and the entire student body about how big of a deal it was to win the Manning Cup, let alone reach Olivia Shield. Now, what is the main message for today's game?
Just go out there and have fun. The boys would have done well just reaching this stage of the competition, and this is just a game to reward them for playing so well in the Manning Cup competition. So go out there and enjoy the game that you love.
How important will it be for Excelsior to set the tempo today early as you play against the DaCosta Cup champions, St. Elizabeth Technical?
Just like any other game, it is important that you find your footing as quickly as possible in the game. Even though all games are not equal, all games are not played the same way, and so it is more important not only to find the right tempo in the game, but also to be flexible and to be adaptable to all conditions in the game.
I know you want the boys to go out there and have fun, but what would a win here mean for Excelsior and its supporters?
Major boosts in the school culture and the school spirit. I mean, we have not won this competition outright since we have started winning the Manning Cup, so it's very important for us to win this competition.
Thank you, Coach. All the best.
Thank you.
And I'm joined by Coach Omar Wedderburn, head coach of the DaCosta Cup champion St. Elizabeth Technical. Now, Coach, your team is known for structure and work rate. How do you plan to impose that to identify in this match?
Well, normally, we have a game plan, and we always say if the game plan don't work out, we can flex. And I think this evening, as I rightfully say about structure, we know to do that. So we are just hoping to go out there and put on a good show this evening.
Well, big games often come down to small moments. How prepared is your team to seize those moments if they appear in the game?
Well, when it comes, you will see. But as I rightfully say, small moments really make the difference with two championship teams, and we really love this Excelsior team. I said that multiple times, you know, and I think this evening gonna be a good evening for football.
And as we speak about the Olivia Shield, what does it represent for St. Elizabeth Technical as a footballing institution?
Oh my God, at the end of the day you will see and you will understand, because in words right now I don't think people will understand, but you know, after the fact we actually can talk about it.
Looking forward to seeing you, coach. All the best.
All right, big up, number one.
There you've heard it from both head coaches. Coach Keon Broderick looking to see if his players can have some fun on the pitch, and Coach Omar Wedderburn says you should stick around to see what will happen at the end of the match. Now, I have to send it to my commentary team of Gerard Morrisili and Leger Williams. See you at halftime.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CBM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes. Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Every dream conquered is another dream game. I land and I fly again like a jet plane. Headed straight in your direction, 'cause I'm wiser, one step closer. I'm winning 'cause I work so hard. And the music keeps on playing, and the people them I say we are my show tonight. Oh, what a feeling, don't stop dreaming. Keep on believing in the power of the feeling. Whatever you want, take a chance. Song in your heart, step in your dance. You got a spark, don't fit it down, shine your lights
A new year is being ushered in, and with it, a new rivalry takes shape. 3 months of sacrifice and struggle now come down to 90 minutes. Two champions stand, chasing one moment of ultimate supremacy, and the Stadium East is the stage where unfinished stories meet. Excelsior High versus Stets in the playoff for the Olivia Shield. Institutions born on different roads, yet drawn to the same destiny. Decades of waiting, two climbs back to the peaks of their mountains. Same summit, different paths. The eagles have fluttered back to familiar skies. The crocodiles have snapped their way upward with purpose. Excelsior have been here more often but Stets have been here more recently. A battle of pedigree versus consistency. Now they stand on opposite sides, where one rival must steal joy from the other.
KFC brand manager, General Bartley, Calumet Group.
Keith Wellington is the president, of course, principal of St. Elizabeth Technical High School here, greeting both teams, leading a party, including the sponsors and other dignitaries.
Main event.
Excelsior captain Terrence Williams. Leading his charges and leading delegation to meet his team, and they greet the referees, now led by Alexi Perry. And the Stets team being greeted by their principal. Very happy man he was after the final on December 20 at the National Stadium. And what a game that was against Glenmuir High.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for Jamaica's national anthem.
We pause for the national anthem now. Check. A moment of silence observed for the late, great Donald Oliver, who passed away on December 30. Of course, known for the life that he brought to every occasion. Every time he picked up a mic, every time he told a story, a voice gone but will not be silenced. His memory lives on. May he rest in peace.
The starting lineup, first for Excelsior, coached by Dion Broderick. Jury number 1, Jamari Gordon in goal. Number 5, Rajan.
The teams meet now.
Number 6, Nick Wade Patrick. 7, Shamari Chambers. Number 8, Terence Williams. Number 9,
And it has been a
number 10, Lamari Williams.
short break for the two teams, of course, over the Christmas holiday. Should I say Happy New Year to all of you tuned into this encounter for the Olivia Shield, and a good afternoon and Happy New Year as well to my co-commentator Lejay Williams. Lejay, your thoughts on this encounter?
Yeah, I'm certainly looking forward to it. Both these schools, of course, deserve to be here, having won their respective titles. Excelsior the Manning Cup for the first time in quite some time, 21 years. States, they've been more successful as of late, but they're certainly looking forward to this test as well. The Oliver Shield is a unique championship, and certainly one that both these schools will want to capture and bring back to their respective schools.
Well, Excelsior, they have never won this tournament, well, should I say this shield, outrightly. They've won it 2 times. Stets, they've only won it once. But they've been perfect this season so far. Undefeated Stets, and they hope to show that perfect performance deserves a perfect finish. And that will come in the form of the Olivia Shield. Alexi Perry, the man who will be in the middle today, is the captain's greet. DeAndre Barnett for Stets on the right of your screen, and to the left, Terrence Williams.
Yeah, moments away from kickoff now in this blockbuster matchup. Janae described it perfectly earlier. A game worthy of champions, a stage worthy of champions. The fans are here, they're expectant, and so am I. I know you are as well, Gerard. Excelsior versus Stets. They're seconds away from kickoff.
I certainly am excited to see this one. It has been 3 months, as I mentioned in my opening statement, of scintillating soccer, football obviously, we call it over in these parts. This should be another fierce game. To culminate what has been an outstanding season, not without its challenges, was certainly worth it. This is a new rivalry. They haven't played each other in recent history, as far as we can go back, but now they face each other. Stets will be kicking towards the Kingston area. The Eagles of Mountain View kicking towards the Caribbean Sea.
Yeah, both these schools would have come into this game. Excelsior, many people would say, overcoming Jamaica College in that Manning Cup final. They weren't favourites going into it, but neither were Stets against Glenmuir in the Da Costa Cup final. So maybe two unfancied teams with a lot to prove still in this contest.
Excelsior on the break. Early chance here. Trying to find Kevon Salmon. Salmon who scored in that final against Jamaica College. Excelsior won that game 2-0 to lift the Manning Cup for the first time in 21 years. Fantastic feeling for them. Sets there too. Broke a drought for them, lifting their 6th title. The Costa Cup, a penalty shootout, 8-7 win against Glenmuir High in that the Costa Cup final. Fantastic one it was. No changes for Excelsior from that game.
Right here, man.
Just one for St. Elizabeth Technical. Jade Lynch, of course, got a red card, and Justin McPherson coming in to replace him for St. Elizabeth Technical High School.
That's too easy, Kaim. Kaim, that's too easy.
Newman, he's on the ball, trying to go forward. Couldn't find Stewart on that occasion.
Hey, RJ, play simple now, play simple.
Ball falls to Jamari Gordon.
Prince, too high. Prince.
Excelsior. Trying to come forward. Pass to the Queen Patrick.
Wait on it. Sterling, get back, Sterling, get back.
Damari Williams can't chase that one down. It goes out for a goal kick. Here's Keon Bordrick. A man who believed in his team from the moment that he got there, understood the program that he was coming into. Just asked for the support, and he delivered. Trying to find Kamari Scott on the inside with that pass. Damari Williams could only find McMaster. The Vincentian.
There's Omar Rambo Wedderburn. His interviews following that Da Costa Cup victory have gone down in infamy. But he also has had success with St. Elizabeth Technical High School as a player. As a matter of fact, the last time they would have won the Olivier Shield, the only time, in 1999 against Tivoli High, he was a part of that team, looking to bring back the same success as a coach. Last 3 times they've been outfoxed at this stage, 2009, 2013 and 2015 by St. George's College, then Jamaica College a couple of times. A different foe here today.
Yeah, they've lost 3 times to Jamaica College. The St. Elizabeth Technical High School losing 1974, the first time that they got to this stage, first time that they lifted the Costa Cup trophy. And then the last 2 times that they would have appeared in this competition, well, at this playoff. Jamaica College again handing them defeat. They want to change the story. In their 6th appearance. Excelsior, they've been here 8 times. In 1953, the first time that they got to this stage. They lost to Veer Technical in 69 and 1980. The two schools at Excelsior would have shared titles with Racines High and Frome Technical. So they'll hope that they can get their hands on the trophy solely this time. Of course, back then it was played in over 2 legs. Free kick for Stets.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, the last time that this trophy was played over 2 legs, Stets were a part of that Olivia Shield. That one against Jamaica College in 2013. They'll want to forget the memories of that one, of course, losing over 2 legs by 5-0. An all-conquering Jamaica College team, that one. And for the success that both of these schools have had in this or in their respective competitions, the Olivia Shield has been a title that's eluded them. Also, I think we forgot to mention how hot it is here at the Stadium East Field, Gerard, playing in some 3 p.m. sun. These two schools can already see the sweat pouring off the respective players here on this Thursday afternoon.
And I'm sure it's even hotter for you in your attire.
I left in rain and it seems as if I made a poor decision, Gerard.
Kevin Deacon not able to get that one under his control. It goes out for a throw to Stets. Shamar Stewart. Stets. They've only scored in one of their last 3 games. And that was a semi-final. Only 1 goal they got against Kemps Hill. That goal obviously got them through to the final and they went on to win. But they've been exceptional in defense. 14 clean sheets. This one is played through. Just need to try to get it inside and it's cleared away. Stets come again. Foul there by McMaster, who was excellent. Has been excellent, basically controlling the back line, that centre back. Scott takes it down and tries to chip it. And the penalty is given. Genoine Stegman came charging towards Scott and he got it away in time, but the referee deems that the contact was reckless. Penalty, Excelsior.
Yeah, and it was Dante Hewitt who Kimarley Scott outfoxed. Got that touch ahead of him, and as soon as he made contact with the ball ahead of Stedman, Stedman was always going to be in a difficult position, and that difficulty has breeded a penalty for Excelsior in this game.
Let's look at it again. The ball over the top by Terrence Williams. Scott got there just before Stedman, who was charging in, and that touch was enough for him to draw the contact. And Alexi Perry, the referee, kindly obliged. Williams stands over this one. Scored by the captain. Excelsior, they have the upper hand, 1-0 up, and the Olivia Shield is in sight, but there's still lots of football to play.
Yeah, calmly done that penalty. Took his sweet time over it, did the Excelsior skipper, Terrence Williams, who has really turned his performances up a notch in the latter part of the schoolboy football season. The man with the calmest head inside the Stadium East complex delivers for Excelsior once more, following up on his brace in the semi-final against Eltham High, has given Excelsior the lead in the Olivia Shield.
11 goals this season now, Terrence Williams. How can Stets respond here? They're so good at soaking up the pressure though, Stets. Excelsior will have to be careful of how they would respond. This one is sent inside the box, trying to ball falls to Stewart. Raheem White in. That one goes out. So White able to win a corner for Stets, the first of the game.
Yeah, and so much of what Stets has done well throughout this season, especially the latter part of the DaCosta Cup, has been rooted in their defensive ability, their ability to keep clean sheets. How will they respond to going a goal behind here?
And they only conceded 6 goals this season. Before that one, as Murphy Perry has a word with Gordon, and it looks as if there was some tussling there with Shamar Stewart. White swings this one inside. Edge of the box. Clear it away. Damari Williams on this one. Damari Williams does well to get away, but McMaster again there to save the day. Terrence Williams out wide to Deacon. Deacon does well to get away from McMaster. McMaster up for the challenge, and he does well enough to clear it away for a corner. Excelsior now get there first on the other end. Swings this one inside to the ball, it's the back post and into the hands of Janoy Stedman. Tries to let loose RJ Newman. That one played forward to Shamar Stewart. Stewart controls it well. Was trying to find his captain there, but instead it falls into the middle of the park. Raheem White picks it up. Giving away. They come the other way. It's a good challenge there by Javor Lawrence.
And Excelsior posing many issues on the transition for this Stets team. Transition as what they have handled so well throughout the season so far, but Excelsior a different proposition here as Stets look to forge a way through.
Kind of a unbalanced shot there by Shamar Stewart. Gordon sends this one long. Trying to find Kamari Scott. That one cleared away by Malachi McMaster, the Vincentian, who was solid in that game. I don't know if you watched it, Lejay, but McMaster did so well in marking Glenn Muir's talisman, of course, Lorraine Watson, prevented him from scoring, gave him no room, stifled him that entire game. And I think he is a big part of why they were able to force the game first into